So I've done my research on Asmongold. And beyond this point, something else came up.
The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock, actually, for my stream. Whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then the smell would wake me up. So I would use the rat effectively as an alarm clock, and as soon as it, you know, it got hot enough, it would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream. Have you guys ever done that before?
That's not.
You guys ever done that before? No! No one has ever done that!
No way.
He's fucking around though.
This guy's also chat.
I'm having a hard time like putting my head around
Chat,
this
show
shit.
the blood wall.
The fuck
Oh,
is
I've
a
seen the blood wall, actually. I've seen the blood wall.
Asmongold used to smear blood from his gums onto the wall next to his bed because his mouth wouldn't stop bleeding since he wouldn't brush his teeth.
Yo.
Wisdom's getting up. He's like, I need a breather. Oh, also he's a multi-millionaire.
Oh.
Like he has so much money. He is a crazy. He's like way wealthier than me.
But do you know where he gets his money? And why this happens to be the biggest hater? Who primarily hates React content. But on top of this guy being a reactor, Asmongold has weird habits. It is almost too easy to catch a rat that looks like a rat.
Flying at me. Oh shit!
Dude has stage hazards.
He's on
in
my
his
belly.
room.
Look at him. He's right there.
Oh!
Oh god! Get him out of me. What are you doing, bro? Get out.
It's a roach.
Go in the garbage can. I'm gonna take him.
He threw the roach in the garbage can and kept going.
Give me a minute. I got him.
Oh, he's holding it still.
Wait, hold on, bro. There's but
I'm dying from cringe, to be honest. Now, in a situation like this, someone has to step in and be like, just buy a new fucking house, new room, just move out. You can clean shit up. You can hire people to clean shit up for you. It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? But welcome, guys. This Deadmaus beats looking pretty spicy today. Like, I feel so sorry for him that it would actually drag me to protect him from, like, you know, the biggest cat of YouTube, Hassan, bro. Hassan lives in a streamer world, and obviously streamer world is filled with rats. It's the easiest shit, basically, to perform. But what makes it a rat on YouTube is when it appears on YouTube, if it's prominent enough on YouTube. And Hassan was never that. He was exclusively a streamer, right? So he's kind of respectable in that way. Because for me personally, he just showed up when H3H3 had his beef moment. Now again, I'm fighting the internet and I'm siding with iDubbbz on the drama. Don't read too deep into this. Don't get offended. Let's finish this first.
dog, this is why I said, like, sometimes, dude, I gotta protect my peace, man.
This is what his room looks like.
Oh!
He got banned for saying Palestinians are an inferior culture that deserves to be genocide. He got banned for like 14 days for that. And after he got banned, he was like, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, bro is on a high horse if he cannot even fucking take care of himself. This is the thing that you need to take care of in order to spit opinions. And I'm saying from the bottom of my heart because I lost teeth too. There's a very specific way to lose teeth. And it's the reason why Americans remove wisdom teeth. Because these suckers will crush the rest of your fucking big bone teeth, my friends. This is what happened to me. This is what's happening to Asmongold. It is technically potentially lack of exercise that causes this. And you have to exercise your jaw most importantly. And you have to have a good blood flow to be able to have strong enough teeth that resist this sort of assault. And unfortunately, gamers gonna be attacked by this. But shit like this is why you have to protect yourself, you know? Because you never know when your laziness is gonna actually turn into a monster. When it's gonna turn into a pain, a distraction. Just something that ruins your reputation. If you build reputation on just reacting and giving out whatever opinions you have, you're forgetting to take care of yourself and take care of your reputation. Your reputation is always on the line, can always be cut off. You might not be allowed on this platform, Asmongold, is what I'm talking about. As the song says, my heart has teeth. And even though this is harmless, we still have to address the problem. That this is slop. First and foremost, it's just slop, internet slop that you should not be tuning into. He gets plenty of views, because when it's internet slop, it's easy to not give a fuck, basically. And just click on whatever is trending. Just to pick up on some news. But this is like, you're feeding a rat. That's the whole point of Deadmaus Drama. Don't feed rats. Find something more legit to watch. Something more legit to do. You also don't need all this negative politics shit. You don't need to swim in gaming. None of this. It's honestly incredible. Oblivion is incredible. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. But Asmongold will never grow on me anymore. It's just gonna remain dormant at 4,000 points, and Deadmaus Drama is gonna, you know, eat. So let the battle begin. Get ready to spend 1 hour analyzing the bad aspects of Asmongold. We're likely just gonna return to wondering if this is good content, right? Good enough to watch. See, the biggest problem about React content, it allows the creator to just sit there, watch, give a few opinions, and basically steal the content for himself. Instead of actually making something special, some message that you want to send to YouTube, you're just sitting there watching a video as a whole, sometimes pausing. You know, that's a lot of effort. Sometimes pausing. Like, how much effort it takes to make one video, and then it takes just 1 hour to make a reaction to a video. Which is why we have 5 uploads in 1 day. Bro does not sleep. If he was a YouTuber, bro does not sleep. And bro is sitting on one channel. If he wants to be at least more respectable, he would have themes of here's my gaming reactions. It's a television, guys. Here's my gaming television of stolen content. How beautiful is that? That really clicks into place. The way that I've done my research is by creating this video in particular. So you can already watch the second part, the hidden second part, of me analyzing Asmongold through this guy's perspective, and he brings up very important points. If you actually cared about YouTube as a platform and not just yourself as a slop consumer, basically, but you would want YouTube to flourish, you need to support eradication of React channels, which happens to be literally hiding a rat in each of them. How kind. Now, this guy was not able to defeat Sniper Wolf for me, but Asmongold is definitely in the red. He is in danger. And his laziness is gonna show up more and more of like, what else is he lazy about, but he's getting away. And by uploading slop, he's still on top of the leaderboard. Very likely he's lazy even in his way of thinking. Don't be fooled, you know? You have to break everything down to be able to actually understand that Asmongold is probably not the person you need to spend time with right now. That he's not going to empower you in life. That's just gonna make you care about games and politics and gonna ruin your life instead. That's the danger that we're facing. And I'm sorry, you know? Someone's career will have to be sacrificed so better people take its place. If you're a fanboy of Asmongold, unfortunately, all you can do is send me nasty comments and move on with your life. Because whatever happens next is a big boys game. And remember, the more nasty shit you throw at me, the more powerful I become. It's not even worth it, my friend. Just let things die and rot and be cleaned. Or even potentially have a redemption arc. Potentially by challenging Asmongold, he just becomes a better person. It either has to break or become next evolved level of himself. Because you don't need to do much to evolve. Separate politics from gaming, put on nice thumbnails, trim just a little bit more, and make sure that you're uploading 1 video a day, not 2, not 3. Don't try to take over YouTube. Respect, basically, content. Content, period. Because taking a pause and really formulating your thoughts is important. You might want to watch things twice, not just react and give your opinion and pretend that you did your job. It's not sitting on a firm ground, my friends.
I'm cleaning my house. And it was like a big deal.
Oh,
it went
crazy.
viral because he said he's cleaning his house, bro. And because that's what a house looks like. I mean, there's videos of the lair. Once again,
Cleaning once. I don't know if it stayed permanently clean. Because, you know, habits are very hard to actually change. What do you mean in the same room? Ah, okay. Asmongold is great content creator. Why is this guy famous? You will always be better off stepping back and looking at things as a whole, not as a fanboy, because you're gonna get such a distorted view of like, wow, I got so much value from this. Right now, I am no longer Bethesda's fanboy. Bethesda is getting fucking ratted right now. And it even might end up in Deadmaus episode. A whole fucking Bethesda, bro. The rat house. Who knows, man? Because bro is actually inside the rat house playing Oblivion when Oblivion is absolute garbage. If you already had a chance to experience Oblivion, you don't want it anymore. If you experienced Skyrim, you don't want to touch Oblivion at all. There's nothing to do in Oblivion. I'll tell you that much. Now, I technically have a unique experience, but Oblivion is just a repackaging an old game into an old engine. Unreal Engine, I think is old. I think is absolute dog shit at this point. I think we deserve something more optimized, something more slick. This was absolute shit. I would rather play Oblivion inside Minecraft. Like, at this point, it would at least change the game significantly. I'm sorry, bro. This is terrible. It hurts, you know, just to hear that. It fucking hurts. So, even if he has a good opinion on something, I probably don't want to hear it. I have absolutely no attachment to this. And the only thing he's doing is just, like, leeching drama as well on top of that. So you can split into, like, 3 channels. Drama channel, politics channel, gaming channel. He can easily clean up his actual room that gives him money. Because I want to raise the stakes. I want to raise competition around here. I don't want to let this person just get away with me creating drama and he wins, basically. Without needing to do anything at all. We started this because Asmongold bumped into why people hate Asmongold. That's the video that he's reacting to, but you would never know based on the title. You have to first click. You first have to get clickbaited. Thinking that Asmongold is somehow, like this is the thumbnail, that somehow he's gonna address some kind of hate. But that's not what you get. Just like with Oblivion, you just get someone else's video that's a very nice video, and Asmongold is just gonna react to it. But while this video is a bear trap, and it's not actually gonna hurt Asmongold's reputation, it's just gonna trap him. Just gonna make him say and do things, and claim things, and just claim his throne just a little bit stronger. Claim his arrogance on people who have already set up basically barricades from all this rat infestation to not allow low-level people to just pass to the next level, you know? Next level, YouTube needs more stronger people who can handle drama, who can handle themselves, not fall apart from drama because it's stressful, you know? Who can have a strong stance on things. And I just don't think this centrist little boy can actually deliver anything that's valuable to you, that's like extreme enough for you to consider, to open your mind to new ideas. I don't think this little boy can actually pull this off. So let's enjoy the bear trap. And I will replay from the very beginning. It might shine in new colors entirely. I also want to finish this. Heart has teeth. Look at that shit.
Heart has teeth and it that I loved. You've never met someone like heart has teeth. My heart that I loved.
It is not a detrimental thing to lose teeth, but it's actually gonna slow you down as a person. You have to like at least fight back. Bro has to at least exercise. And the best place to start is just stretching. Bro has at least to transform into stand-up setup. Bro is just like me. It has the same personality as me. But it's fueled with arrogance. And a weird type of success as well. He does show that it's pretty good to be lazy. But it has to be sustainable. As lazy as I would like to be, and I have many goals, I would never end up just sitting down and reacting to videos. Even if it makes millions of dollars, that does not make me a good human being, you know? And I say, especially because that's where the money comes from, it's not a very nice place. It turns you into a rat because you want more. You become a leech of the system. And most importantly, you're blocking other creators from getting their share of money. To allow them to be competitive and motivated, that's a problem to me. And that's a very fixable problem because we can create multi-channel networks yet again. We just need to manage them properly if you want to defeat these rats. Because as many videos as I make about them, we don't actually defeat them. We just expose them.
Doesn't make
Let's
it true.
begin.
We've seen this with J.K. Rowling. I'm convinced the majority of people who hate her do so simply because others do. Because
The funny thing about J.K. Rowling is completely much deeper story. J.K. Rowling kind of barked at both political sides, and she looks like a weak point. A person that can be disqualified from politics because she pendulum swung way too hard. That's the way that you get attacked. It's best not to deal with politics because the moment you take one extreme stance and take another extreme stance, you will be immediately disqualified. You can't do that. And even if you are being attacked, you can still sort of defeat the oppositions if you have a strong enough stance. But if you break down, because politics never ends, the drama never ends. You know, you're just solidifying your reputation because we're talking about you. So it's not just because other people do. Of course, people are mob-minded. That's just how it works. People are very carefully seeing of like how many dislikes something has, how many negative comments. It's like a virus, bro. When it comes to negativity, it tries to throw in the Trojan horse basically of like, oh, that's the first thing that someone wanted to say, and then they fucking scatter and amplify the negativity basically. Because it's a lot easier to amplify things than actually create your own things, to make a stance on your own terms. So of course other people will choose to just ride the wave of hatred towards anyone. Anyone. But this is why I'm telling you guys, this is a big boys game. I am taking a stance. And I got a, nitro boost by Hassan. I don't care who Hassan is. I don't support him. But I love people, exposing each other. That's a very relevant thing to do.
It's become a popular trend.
By the way, most people hate me because I don't even, identify as anything. Just a person who press pause on the video. You have nothing to look at. I understand that that's an issue. I'm too lazy to find the perfect solution. And until then, I just don't have the perfect solution. For now in this drama, I'm just a floating head of Deadmaus. Very hungry though. Living a rat's life.
People start at the conclusion and they work backwards. That's the way that most people think, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, people don't like change, is what it means. It's not even working backwards, it's like whatever you can get away with, so change does not happen. But rats are also the same way. Asmongold will throw everything he can to make sure that the change of dethroning him does not happen. Just you wait. Now he can still do it out of kindness of his heart, or declare a war. It is up to him.
I think it's fair at the beginning.
But you can tell this is next level of YouTube that you're watching right now. We are preparing for something very groundbreaking. We're laying ground for something special to be happening.
They start with the conclusion.
Not really, they start with assumption, but NPCs are so weak they have to take a full stance basically. Because I have the power to ban NPCs. So they either win or they lose. There's not much in between. They either take a big ass bite out of me, or they don't. And the game is over. For NPCs, for little ants, the game is completely different. We can chill as YouTubers, especially when we get paid. We can just chill, dude. We can just give out whatever opinion we want until we start getting cooked. Don't let YouTube just keep it still. Everyone has to be challenged. That is just a normal thing to happen. And new people must come into the scene who are very high-level IQ specialists. Many people under my comments will do the same exact thing of attempting to label me as something, and they will likely fail. I'll give them a fair chance. It's my main channel. I like responding to shit. You even have a chance to make this the most popular video ever. The most popular rat video is currently the biggest drama. If we ignore that, the actual biggest rat catch was... By the way, Shu really wants to get caught, bro. Oh, no. That one is the biggest. And this rat is fascinating. I can't wait to talk about it again. This shit is more fascinating than I thought.
Teaching position.
Yeah.
This decline in critical thinking is one of the many reasons I believe a lot of people dislike Asmongold. In certain online
People just hate things in general. And of course, any intellectual brain cells are a luxury. Critical thinking is just one of those luxuries that most people don't have. They haven't developed, they don't see the need of it. And they sort of live even lazier lives in their brains than Asmongold ever was. However, if we just keep it low profile and just... Oh, look at all these commentators hating on Asmongold because that's just what they do. If we just label it as that, the story would just be over. There would be nothing to talk about. It's just what's happening in internet culture, Can we ramp up the threat level, please?
People don't like critical conclusions that are inconvenient.
Yes, critical thinking would make you come to inconvenient conclusions of you have to clean your room a little bit harder. You have to exercise a little bit harder. And he made some moves, but he has to constantly brag about it too. So we know that whatever Hassan just put up front is not the actual identity that Asmongold is living today. Because Asmongold is a creature that can change, but his reputation is already tainted by all the things he has accumulated and haven't actually cleaned up before going straight into public, Has to be careful. Because people cannot decipher propaganda that easily. Whatever they're gonna see is the thing they're gonna believe. I don't even have to attack Asmongold. I just have to warn him that he is in grave danger. That he is the weakest rat of them all. The target of everyone else.
That are inconvenient. Like, for example, I think that trans sports are one example of that. Or you could look at it with climate change, I would say. Or you could look
What do they have in common, I wonder?
at it with other types of human rights. And if you apply
Oh, human rights. That's not a... The common thread I'm seeing is that it don't matter. Climate changes, what are you going to do about it? Bark? Trans rights, oh, you're going to bark? Human rights is important to learn and bark about in order to learn, basically. So it's a very different thing. Well, you do develop critical thinking by listening, paying attention, not making strong assumptions, not acting weak. Because again, it's a weak person's game to claim big things, to buy a lottery ticket and pretend that they're going to win $1 million, but their chances are pretty low.
critical thinking to the quote, that
It is a pretty low win if you believe in a globe Earth. What are you going to get out of it? If I believe in flat Earth, I believe that government is a piece of fucking shit. I can win lots of monies just by believing something that most people don't want to believe. Just by believing, bro. I can get so much reputation just by opening my mind to possibilities. It's crazy to me. It was one of my strongest fucking points. That flat Earth in general just teaches you all this kind of critical thinking of wait, how do I open my mind to this? Because this is just interesting. This topic is interesting. Trans rights and global warming is not as interesting as what he else mentioned, human rights. A right for me to believe whatever I want, to investigate, to deny science, because I am science if I care hard enough. That is pretty interesting.
is that if you're wrong by 1%, you might as well just be the opposite.
Someone's gonna take a chance. Someone's gonna take that 1% chance and they're gonna go with it. Gonna go ham.
There's a lot
Do
of
you think
hate.
critical thinking has declined? I think that critical thinking has not only has
That's stupid.
critical thinking declined, I think people have trained themselves for critical thinking.
That's so stupid. They haven't trained themselves. They just became more apparent. They just know how to use the internet more. Which is actually beneficial to me. Let them bark. What can I do? Critical thinking did not decline. It's just you're not gonna find it amongst ants, and that's it. You will never find it, no matter how long you wait and look and expect. It doesn't matter. You're never gonna find it. I saw one man kill his career because he couldn't find critical thinking amongst ants. He killed his career trying so hard to wrap his head around it, and it's just that's an impossible task. You will not free humanity because it enslaves itself. It just gives in to the government. It will give in to the nearest, most powerful entity. They will have no resistance whatsoever. Because it requires critical thinking of wow, you have to take care of yourself, and government does not help you take care of yourself. It can give you money, but it will not help you. It will only draft you to war, but it will not help you. It will not give you advice. You have to learn real fast to be able to keep up with your own demand of how much resistance you want to have in this life. How much logical resistance, how much physical resistance, and how much spiritual resistance, as you are protecting your people and you care about your people more and more if you have to as well. People who don't develop critical thinking, they have to obey the government in the end. They lose a lot of money because they live with waste, by wasting their money. So critical thinking will always be dirt, will always be at ground level, will not actually affect your life, and you shouldn't worry about it of like it's getting worse. That is just not enough critical thinking, Asmongold. It is not getting worse. Maybe it's just not getting better.
Thinking to decline. That could put them in an opposition with people that they're on the same side with.
That's the reason? Yeah, I mean, communities that have low critical thinking, you would just be scared of getting banned. You would be immediately submissive to whatever is going on in that community. When you have a family that has low critical thinking, the family can always just give up its children to the nearest government. Whether it's going to be school or something progressively worse, right? You're getting trained. The actual thing is not children going to school, it's children going away from their families into government institution. Even I'm getting some realizations. And that's what happens when even a family can have low critical thinking, even though it's a fucking unit. It's strong. But it will still give up its children to teach useless material inside schools and socialize. I mean, only benefits, right? But you're getting slowly trained to get sucked in. Either a perpetual cycle or into, whatever government needs and wants. The final state is being a community manager and being a fucking Karen that says that, oh, your grass is too high. You have a tree in the wrong place. You become this homeowner's associate, basically. Telling people all the things that they've done wrong. You become the bad guy. Without critical thinking. That's who you become. These are the levels of self-improvement, and I talk about it in Max Stats episode. So stay tuned, guys. On all my videos, you can subscribe, guys. I swear, that's possible.
Came.
Asmongold is just like someone
Immediately weird echo chamber, guys. Man, these be rat hunters or something. I don't know, I would be scared.
who makes a living off stealing from other people.
He's like, you're a racist, motherfucker.
You really buy this and think it's funny.
He's racist.
Yeah. There's some bad takes in public, and we gotta drag these clowns out of the game. But yeah, there's literally a section of a path, literally a path of lack of critical thinking, where you just feel things. You just want to experience life and not much else to it. You have no aspirations to become a celebrity. You don't care about politics at all. You just pretend to care. Because, someone else is caring, so I'll try to pitch in, basically. And you don't want to maximize your potential in every single way. There's so many things to learn about life. You should be quite interested. But people who shut down critical thinking, they just have one path, and one path only. To try and defame other people. To try and equalize the playfield, basically. They are pretty dangerous people. Although they look so stupid. So often. We might not make it through.
Okay.
There's so much to learn. I almost want to take my time, guys. I love taking my time.
To be fair, I talked to Poke. Is that now people are not mad that I'm reacting? They're mad that I aren't reacting. Sorry, that I'm not reacting.
I need to punch this argument one more time. We know you as a thief. You steal all kinds of golden relics, basically. We are gonna be mad at you that you don't actually bring us gold, Asmongold. Bring us gold, please. It's so convenient for us to just follow one channel when it brings all the gold from all over the place. So beautiful. So easy to just flip the narrative, isn't it, Asmongold? From being a thief into being like a honorable, working, hard person. Such a U-turn happening right in front of our eyes. Oh boy. No, it's simply happening because he's not going to take accountability on this because there's nowhere to go. If you're too lazy, there's nowhere to go. Again, if he's not lazy, he will improve his quality significantly. Now, it is important for him to react to his own things that belong to him, that talk about him. It's important for him to show his personality and gameplay, if gameplay is legal and does not leech the platform, which is exactly what Dark Viper is doing, is gaming. Bro built his channel on GTA 4. 5? Okay, it's 5. I can't tell. Okay, I can't because I played GTA 4. He literally built his entire channel around GTA 5. And he's attacking React channels. There's some kind of problem, you know. I also sense a problem here. Because they're on the same level. Asmongold and his biggest hater are on the same level. So it's very difficult to actually discard or choose which one do you like more. Because you can play politics quite easily. And then you just have to sit around drama. So technically, Asmongold does nothing wrong. I can't even attack him. No, seriously. The only thing I can attack him for is that he has a fucking slop channel and I don't fucking like it anymore. I want to personally improve and I have to cut slop channels out of my system. That's it. That's the biggest insult I can throw. Everything else seems righteous because his biggest hater is also building his empire on top of fucking shit level content. I'm sorry. His hit pieces are amazing. But so is Asmongold's interest in things, you know. He's relatable. So they kind of on the same level. If not making Dark Viper a little bit below Asmongold. Because I discovered Asmongold first. And I don't really like GTA 5, so yeah. I am realizing, unfortunately, we don't have high ground to stand on right now. Hopefully, the bear trap opens up again and snatches Asmongold's butt real hard. Real hard, my friend. So I'm ready to try one more time. Let's find a different angle of disrupting this monstrosity.
React content as a platform.
And after all, it's fair play, right? It's fair play. We gotta play with Asmongold. We gotta find that fucking critical hit. Not critical thinking, but we gotta make that critical hit. And you know what? I am mad.
I haven't watched it. And they
I am mad. Have Dark Viper reacted? Because we never know with Dark Viper, when is it gonna upload? What's cooking basically? Alright, so I'm pulling him off the hook. You know, just try and split your channel into 3 sections, and we're good to go. Don't call yourself a fucking TV, please. Get the fuck out of here.
they saw that. So in this video that he's reacting to my video. He's gonna talk about how reactions are bad. Okay.
I guess I have to address that this is not necessarily a react video. This is a deep analysis of anything I find interesting. I happen to have a press pause button, unfortunately. And I don't just like spit this irony. Because as much as irony will twist your brains, it's not actually relevant right now. You can this is a response. At very least, even if I just let you see the whole video. It's a response. But I'm not. I'm going higher and higher level to make sure to filter all the filth. You know, to clean the room. To squeeze myself into 1 hour video. Please,
here
hurry
the
up.
usual primary example.
This guy's been mad about me for like I think 4 or 5 years now. It's been
Be careful because Dark Viper might actually want to self-improve while you stick around with the same amount of stuff to offer.
How, in this whole video, he missed what I believe is the most important aspect of React content. Personal take and commentary. People watch him because they want to hear his thoughts, see his reaction.
People are attached, easily attached to something. Maybe you just haven't found a person who gives you better quality thoughts, haven't you? And again, it's technically beneficial for Asmongold to not bump into critical thinking and appear as if he can actually deliver to you. Because that's, in demand for some people.
Unique perspective. His popularity is built on his personality and how
No, let's not go that deep. His popularity is built on spamming the fucking internet. Let's not treat it as anything else but that. Personality comes second. First comes spam. Spam is required in order to actually appear as an advertisement of here in my garage that's filthy and it has cockroaches, but it's still in your brain of like, how many cockroaches does this guy have? Oh, such personality. Oh boy. Yeah, I wouldn't go that direction, guys.
how he engages with the content.
How he engages with the content? Nah, bro. Sorry about that as well. He watches it, He watches the content right in front of your eyes. The only thing Asmongold and Sniper Wolf has to do is pick what to watch. That's the only executive decision they make. Although second executive decision is making sure that React content is somewhat squeezed and does not just contain the entirety of the video. With TikToks, they're so small that you wouldn't actually notice if it's taken by another creator and compiled into a pile of TikToks, and all of a sudden it's an actually satisfying video. Asmongold has to go on the other spectrum of things and actually drag himself into drama and complicated thought process. Puzzles, let's call it that. But am I impressed? I personally am not impressed. I don't need this guy in my life, personally. You might need it. Take it. Have it. Have this streamer. But not only I don't want him in my life, I don't really want him laying around YouTube and spamming the fucking platform. We gotta very critically look at people who post more than one video a day. Do they really have something important to say? Or did they just sit on their ass and they wait for their special little moment of like, I can press pause and I can just say a random thing and everyone will agree with me and I can just continue on watching the video, press pause. Like, that's not a lot of personality. The only thing Asmongold and Sniper Wolf delivers is convenience. Here you go, convenience. Here's your new boyfriend. Yeah, I guess women would love Asmongold. The only question is he willing to actually improve and get a relationship? Build that. I wonder how he reacts to that.
Content. Not audience will still.
There is personality of like, oh my god, this person is gonna finally clean his room, finally gonna make self-improvement. Oh my god, we're gonna clap for him. It is such a baby moment, but I understand why the audience would like that. But how are you gonna catch that moment when there's spam? You're never gonna catch that until it becomes dramatic. I don't know, guys. I wouldn't follow a guy that just very hard to watch in general, just very hard to keep up with.
To react.
It's up to the people to just stick around, basically, and give him views and not find any better thing to do.
Just a video being reacted to. Reaction content requires charisma, personal insight, and the ability to entertain.
Alright, let's compete. Let's compete in this battlefield of React content. I feel like we need some kind of fair play, We need to put on mask on everyone. We need to turn everyone into VTuber and see who is best at entertaining the audience, who attracts the most people, whose personality shines the most. That would be a crazy competition. That would be a pretty good Mr. Beast video.
About the video that I'm doing at all. They just have the video on while they're talking about some other random fucking bullshit. I was losing my mind getting mad about this.
Oh no, he's mad on Emirichu. No? Emiru? I can mix things up a little bit. I know many YouTubers. And I refuse to know many streamers, so move on. Let's not talk about it.
I was...
Be mad. Fight each other, streamers. It's about time.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't even react the right way.
Has a fantastic video titled The Dark Side of React Content.
Man, we have to watch a lot of videos, guys. And then maybe we strike again.
Positives and negatives. I think
All right. That's a pretty good point. The point that has just been made. Wait for video to die. Then you can do your shitty fucking reaction. If the video is not receiving 1% of viewership that day, the next day, you're good to go to react. And once I become YouTube CEO, I'll make this a rule. Can we agree on that? Let's go. Because I feel strongly about this one. I feel like it solves all the problems. If the viewership has died on a particular video, and it has gotten a decent amount of views already, it's time to react. It's time for rats to eat and try to revive the topics that they care about. But if they just jump on the bandwagon and actually ride the wave of someone else's video, I don't like that. Maybe Asmongold is going to be clean out of this. Maybe he will be a rat king, but not a rat by himself.
I personally
I'll give it to him if he reacts to this.
think that if you make I actually, and this is going to be maybe controversial, I don't think that you can't make that argument towards video games.
You sort of can.
Because I think who is
Again, people will agree that if you played the role of bringing life to dead content, that's beautiful. That's what is supposed to be happening. And I completely would go behind that and let React content finally take its finalized definition. And instead of rules that don't allow React content to just get out of control. In fact, it would encourage a lot of people to create content finally. Because React content is relatively easy to make, and you might care about things that you don't want to let go. You might actually build identity over those things. Damn, I never thought I was gonna be just falling apart like this. Asmongold wins again.
is getting a disproportionate.
Asmongold steals labor from, but everyone in the wider market.
You could easily say the same thing about every single channel on YouTube, including Dark Viper AU. Dark Viper has 1.5 billion views that could have otherwise gone somewhere else if he didn't.
This is why it's important to recognize competition in things you can beat. Things you should be upset about. People who have more. And you should always, no matter how you feel about yourself, whether you're doing good or bad, whether you can do good enough content or not, no matter how you see the situation, if you want, you can always join the competition and leech the creators that you don't like, but they have a lot. That's how you treat rats. Pick your own rat, guys.
Have his channel.
Bottom line, with a friend.
Again, I don't respect Asmongold because I genuinely think I make better content. That's it. Bottom line.
Of what is really
Almost giving me the right to name this guy a rat just because. Just one rat just because I said it. Just because I can do better. Just because I have potential to reach 50% of his audience and get away with it. Also, I cleaned my room. Actually, I didn't. I did not clean my room, but I can do it if you give me views.
Completely agree.
Okay, this is not fun to watch.
Reasons too why there's a lot of videos that I don't really react to them right away because I don't want to accidentally cannibalize views because I know how the YouTube algorithm works.
Thank you so much. I realized that that's a very good thing. Guys, I got educated.
Well. And that was one of the other
thing about my life.
What you do not see is every time any reaction video appears where your video would have otherwise appeared.
The funny thing is, that was last year's drama called Skibbity Drama, where face appears.
Every time any
Skibbity! A face appears and it makes thumbnail very clickable. Because it's so relatable. You understand what you're clicking on and it's just so happy. This is a problem. We gotta fix this problem somehow, guys. We gotta empower people to be able to branch out away from channels that spam. Don't you think? We could also empower so many small creators doing that. We would open our hearts, for our hearts should have teeth. Man, Asmongold is slipping from my fingers, but I never really finished watching this video. I think that's pretty suspicious, isn't it? He does not make it convenient for me. I get to react to his content for how long exactly? 5 minutes? 15 minutes? That's enough for me to just worry? Jump up and down and be like, oh, that's interesting, that's interesting. Why can I get comfortable? Well, this YouTuber has been around for a very long time. He has a lot of money, and he does not put money to improve the quality of content. He's still a fucking streamer. If Sniper Wolf was a streamer, I would kick her in her balls. That's the difference, my friends. That's the shit that makes me really mad. That this guy does not belong here, and he does not take care of your time. Be very careful, my friend.
Any reaction video appears, would it then went to a reaction
It's
video?
not true. Your recommendeds are based off of the things that you watch.
You can still hijack into recommended page. You can still become the search term closely related to what someone else is watching and get that person sucked into your convenience vortex. What the most truthful thing is that this guy's a spam streamer. And he gets many, many opportunities to steal viewership to make people familiar with his face. And we have to always question, do we deserve to just feed this one rat? Or can we do something better? We have to actually remember that we have power and we can give away power to someone else. If I have to rant for so much time I can't finish the fucking video, I already know it's not good enough, bro. That video is not good enough. I couldn't make it till the very end. I fucking died. This is my second respawn, dude. Come on, we gotta make it through the whole thing, right?
So if I wasn't watching it, then...
Anyway, consumer...
Well, I think that's a net positive, right? I mean, Mr. Beast lets people react to his content. I mean, I think Mr. Beast knows a lot about...
He's so big he doesn't care. Don't mix not giving a fuck with encouraging people to react to his videos. He's already on top of YouTube. He wants people to talk about him and not talk about anything else at all. The moment Mr. Beast will be mad is that you care about a person who has 100 subscribers. That's when Mr. Beast's gonna be like, hey dude, you didn't buy my chocolate today. We had to talk. I have a death trap for you. Bro, you did not react to my video. You were watching some other guy. How fucking dare you? Why would you do that? You get it? You get it now, Asmongold? What Mr. Beast's personality is?
drives view
I mean, I love seeing him grasp for straws, though.
object. But Dark actually didn't give a strong enough point to argue against the market deciding on this.
But shouldn't the market decide? No, there is a market for every terrible thing you can imagine. The existence of demand for something does not justify meeting that demand through exploitative means.
The price
Yeah, don't give power to the people who are dangerous. Simple as that. Don't buy guns just to be more dangerous when you don't have to focus on that aspect. Stay away from filthy YouTubers who spam. That's simple advice that I'm trying to give. Even if I had somehow a breaking heart, my heart has teeth, so it will eat that broken piece and will regenerate. Don't worry about it, Asmongold. I have superpowers. The moment I discover Asmongold, that's the moment I let him go as well. I have learned, there's so much to learn. Please go ahead, jump into different forms of drama. Appear in the next drama right after Asmongold. It's fun to play with you, but unfortunately, I probably will have to go because I have plenty of things to do and content to watch. And I will also encourage myself to find content to watch. Instead of being a lazy fucking bastard that would get attracted to another lazy bastard. That's just not what I want to end up doing. That is the danger, my friends. The real danger is that I cannot defeat Asmongold, but he can defeat you.
yes, it's never good
Yeah, in the end, a I will still never really look at React content as bringing life to something. It's more like vultures that steal content that's dead, hopefully dead. They don't just kill it. They don't kill other people's content for their own benefit. But they wait for it to kind of like die off and not be relevant for the lifespan to just, you're a vulture, alright? In today's economy and the way that it looks, it's a vulture behavior. And that can be completely normal. Now, when I will have to deal with these things, because I don't have to, as a small YouTuber, I can eat anyone's ass. Yeah. Who farted? Who has ass intact? Let me eat that. No ass for you, Asmongold. This is gonna be Mongold.
Good as consumers to support something that is explicitly illegal or immoral, but this
Yeah, I'm a good consumer of that ass.
is why I in good faith, and there is a lot of truth in this video. My channel exploded. I even memed him about this.
Pretty, isn't it? Perfectly done.
I would hate that to happen. Nah. That would be the epic win. If Asmongold finds my channel interesting, because I'm a direct competitor, it is what it is. I take other people's content and I turn it into something. It's not that far off from React channels, but like it's pretty far. But it's in the same kind of category of efforts, let's put it that way, of like poverty level, category. Because again, reacting is poverty level content.
Videos. Thousands of people have popped into.
Yeah, even Mark Passio community, when I fucking dunked on Mark Passio, because I did that, bro was starting to lose his mind. Mark Passio's community is full of patient people, and you love patient people in this economy, this creator economy, to find patient people who actually spend quality time and recognize new points of view and new ideas. This is like a fucking gold mine. And technically, Asmongold is that sort of gold mine. He's just the enemy by default. Just the enemy that has to be attacked, no matter what. Because he has a lot of that sort of gold of patient people, potentially. Because, if he's creating slop content, 30-minute long, 1 hour minute, minute long, let's go with that, then it's just a juicy pile of gold to bite into and to be excited about, because you don't even have to be rich to start your YouTube career of chomping on that gold. In fact, you can squeeze Asmongold videos into relatively bite size and start your career like that. Just be strictly 1-to-1 ratio better than Asmongold. Everyone has personality. It's just not everyone is willing to spam YouTube and embrace their personality. The personality is that this guy is quite unusual and he still has some critical thinking intact. He's still willing to participate in internet activities.
Comment or even subscribe.
Look at that. Wow, what a surprise. The obvious thing that any reasonable person would know.
Well, that's a pity give. That's a pity giveaway. What's not a pity giveaway is to get direct competition, knock on your door, and take your viewership. That's way nicer. What's happening is just bleeding. If someone has way too much, of course they're gonna bleed subscribers to some other channels. And I just want to encourage that bleeding. I like it very much as well, Asmongold. Thumbs up for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Let's find bonus meme.
What happened?
Worth recommending.
Because there's only so many times you can criticize someone else. At some point, you have to take action. You gotta realize that some rats cannot be beaten by merely reacting to them. Funny enough.
At the end of the day,
I think that's the bonus meme. At the end of the day,
YouTube only cares about one thing: advertising revenue,
money,
which comes from watch time.
Money,
so
money,
yes,
money.
This is a negative.
Money me. We all fight for the same thing, don't we? Money makes me feel good. I haven't actually earned a single dollar from YouTube. I'll gotta be hungry. And Asmongold, you have to acknowledge that anyone below 1,000 subscribers is gonna be very hungry.